Unitonica, diamond in the rough, yeah. Aries fire, play no games, I call your bluff. Unicorn, ride a sharp horn, that's my vibe for my family, for my friends, always ride or die.
Has more caffeine than a cup of coffee. You can Google. What? No shit. I didn't know that. Wow. Wow. I did not know that. You got me. Good morning, Chloe Joe.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Hey guys. So I'm going to talk about this comment I just saw. I was watching Brittany's live stream for briefly while I drove to Sam's Club, and when I parked, I heard her repeat this comment that someone had said in the chat, and I will eliminate their name from the comment because she actually pinned it on the screen, but I'll let her read it. And hopefully, I think I'm going to do it before, this clip, but the person was completely untrue. Like, it's false. The statement that they made in the chat is false. And I'm not saying that Brittany believed it, but there's dangers in stating things that are health concerned as fact, because there are people that have AFib, like my mother has AFib. There are people who have allergies and things like that. And what I want to say to everyone as a whole is, if there is something that is health concern that you have a question about, do your own research, ask your doctors. Do not take a stranger's opinion on the internet, even mine, as fact. Check it for yourself. These people are not doctors. Nobody on here is a doctor. Even if they are a doctor, they're not your doctor. They don't know your medical history. And you should not be taking medical advice from them. These are complete strangers on the internet, and a lot of them take medication, and a lot of them do not have their head on straight. Just being honest. If you believe that an apple that is derived from the earth, that doesn't have cocoa in it or any kind of stimulant, has caffeine in it, then you have an issue. Okay, and there's people in that chat that were believing that. An apple will provide you energy, but it's natural energy. An apple has sugar in it that, provides you energy, but it's natural sugar. There's a difference in refined sugar, refined sugar and natural sugars that are derived from the earth. There's a difference in that. There's a difference in caffeine and energy that you get from something that is natural, like fruits and vegetables, or something that is powering your body like a locomotive. There's some, even though I'm fat, I know this, okay? I know that there are health benefits to good foods. We learned this in the food groups, right? Remember when we were kids? So please do not believe that something like an apple has more caffeine in it, more caffeine than a cup of coffee. Think about this right here. I just got coffee from Scooters, and I have decaf, right? I get decaf because decaf really bothers me in a few ways. I don't have AFib like my mother does, but it makes me go to the restroom. Caffeine can mess with your bladder, because it's a stimulant, right? It makes your bladder, what's it called? Constrict and, what is it called? It's early, okay? But contract, that's what word I was looking for. It can make you have flutter. It makes my heart flutter, have palpitations. It also messes with the medication I take. So it's not good for me to have caffeine in high amounts. And even when you drink decaf coffee, it does have lower amounts of caffeine in it, I believe. I think I'm right about that. But also do your research on that statement as well. Do not take everything people say as fact, even if we're saying it like, just do your own Google search. Even if you don't want to even ask your doctor, ask Dr. Google, which is not fully reliable. But I'm just giving Google as an example because, I mean, I just know this layman. Duh. There's no caffeine in apples. Oh my God, please stop. Please. Now, chocolate does have a little bit of caffeine in it. It's cocoa. A cocoa plant. They have stated, like, a person like my mom has to be very cautious with certain things like chocolate, things like that, because it does have a little bit of caffeine in it. So if you got like a mocha latte with extra espresso in it, oh my gosh, right? Just have to be, you can't do something like that if you have AFib. All right. So anyway, let me get off that subject. This I'm not gonna make a long drawn out video about this. So yesterday was my last day of the 8-week, which that's all I take, semester, and I'm so relieved. I start school again on the 8th, and that's gonna be the summer courses. Summer courses are a lot higher. They're more expensive, but I wanted to take them because I want to get out of school. I don't want to, otherwise I would have been taking fall 1 and fall 2 courses, and that's not going to be my future. So I'm just going to take summer, get the math out of the way. That's what I'll be taking this summer. My math and another management class. I'm just taking 2 classes this summer because, you know, math kicked my rear end. And then I'm going to take my last courses in the fall. I think that even with the projects, I think that I aced my classes that I took this semester. So we'll see. We will see. I hope you guys are doing well. I'm really anticipating my grades. Everything was due yesterday. Funny thing, we had an outage on Canvas all day yesterday. I think there was countrywide, I think. But we had an outage yesterday off and on because it was hacked. Everything's restored now. And so next week it's going to be smooth sailing. My dad's got he's got a procedure next week to remove a filter that was put in his body to prevent blood clots. He's got a Doppler sonogram the next day. I'm scheduling all his appointments now because with me having school and my own appointments, it was kind of getting hectic with my mom scheduling because she doesn't know my schedule, and I'm the one that's driving him to his, you know, his PT and picking it up, and it was kind of our schedules were kind of conflicting, and I was having to like cancel a lot of stuff, which is no problem. But so now that I can do it, it's a lot better, and it's working a lot better. I like to have things done all in 1 or 2 days instead of like sporadically throughout the month. And I literally, my calendar was full. Like every day I was doing something. I was stressed, you hear me? Which is why you guys haven't seen a lot of me, because I was running every day. But we got it done. He is getting a lot better. They're going to actually start adding, his mobility is getting better. He is a little bit more steady. He's having some problems with his knee. Sometimes it gets a little wobbly. I think he's got a little arthritis, but he is stronger, more fluid with his movement. He's still using a wheelchair, still using a walker, but the blessing is he's here, he's moving. His speech therapy is going great. They're working on, you know, word association, things like that, like, you know, refreshing his memory and things like that. And it's going really well. every day I see him coming back to us a lot more. He's laughing more. I mean, like, he's here, you know. It's a blessing. It's a complete blessing. Next, we're starting to work. I was asking about his video games because, you know, my dad's a Zelda player. So they have this like special, I forgot what they call it, A something, where they're gonna work with him with a video game and the controller and stuff like that, and he's gonna start doing that. I don't know I forgot what the type of therapy is, but they have to get it approved. And he's gonna start working on that. This is amazing. And even though he can't go down in the basement right now to play it, I'm gonna bring the game up there and hook it up where he is. There's a will, there's a way. You know what I mean? I got a new laptop. The laptop is working amazing. It's a Nemo, 17.3 inch rose gold laptop. It's amazing. It replaces the Acer that I had that broke down on the stream. I was on StreamYard, and all of a sudden it stopped working. I don't know if you guys remember that. I had to like switch to my phone, and ever since then it's been a hell. I've only been able to use my PC for school, but still did it. I like to have a laptop because, like, when I was in the hospital, couldn't use it. When my dad was in the hospital, couldn't use it. When I have appointments, I like to be able to do my schoolwork in the meantime. You know what I mean? Like certain things like that. And I have a whole mobile hotspot, and for what? You know? That's why I got the hotspot. So now I'm able to use it. Bop got, yesterday she got she wasn't eating the chewable Heart Guard and flea and tick stuff prevention every month because she didn't like the flavor. Neither did Bam either. So I called the vet, and I ended up finding out that they have shots, and they can give them like once every 6 months, I think, or once a year or whatever. So they were expensive as hell. So she ended up getting, it was 2 shots that covered the heartworms and flea and tick, and then she ended up needing the Bordetella. It was gonna need to be renewed this month, so that was like almost $400. And so she got that yesterday. And then my parents had to help me with that because I didn't have it after the computer. I did not have it. Thank God for them. And then in November she has to have her wellness exam and all that good stuff. But she's up to date, and she weighs, I think it was 24 pounds. She's a chunker. And she had her bath 2 days ago, so she's nice and clean. And her birthday outfit is probably going to be delivered in the next 2 days, because, you know, she has a birthday outfit for every holiday. So her birthday dress is on the way. Her birthday is on the 19th. Funny, Bam's was on the 31st, on Memorial Day. So I always have May babies. They're the best. They're the sweetest. So anyway, there's a little life update. I don't have nothing else to say. I hope you guys are doing well. I hope your families are blessed. Comment below and let me know how you're doing. But I just wanted to kind of like clear up that whole thing. I was gonna say I would go live a little bit more, but I'm not going to because nobody ever shows up. Maybe if I schedule it, you guys will. But since I'm not doing drama, you know, people don't care. I mean, I could probably cover a case or something like that while I'm off, but that's just if anybody's interested. If you're interested in that, let me know. If you're interested in, like I was doing like interrogation at one point, let me know that too. And, you know, I'm not doing it for free. I will tell you that. Like, I'm sorry, my time is money. If I do spend time here, it's probably going to be like an hour or two stream. That's like the longest I'll be here. I'm not gonna, I don't think I'll do it on my monetized channel. I'll probably do it on here, on this one. So just let me know, and we'll do something that, you know, of course I'll make it interesting. So just let me know. I would like to spend some time on here, but it's not necessary. But let me know your thoughts on when people give out false information. And it's, I don't know if it was intentional, or if it was just like they really thought that it had caffeine in it. I'm not trying to make that person feel bad. That's why I'm going to definitely mark their name out. But that was false information. If you don't know something definitively, and there's like 600 people in the chat, I wouldn't want you to steer somebody wrong accidentally. I don't think they had ill intentions, you know? So, anyway, I will talk to you guys later. Just be careful what you say, you know what I mean? Somebody that has AFib or something like that could be like, oh wow, you know, an apple is bad for me, and they could stop eating apples. I don't know. You never know. Some people really do take, like, they might like you and think that you're the smartest person in the chat, and take your, like, what you're saying to a high standard. But that's not your fault, because we're all adults, and we should vet information. Just like if somebody tells you that tree rock is a criminal, you should go check that information for yourself. Well, we probably shouldn't, because that's somebody's real life. I don't know why I gave that example. If they tell you tree rock is 5 feet tall, and you see a picture of them and they're like 6 feet tall, that was probably, and you know what I mean? You should go check it for yourself. You know what I mean? I don't know. That's, you know what I mean? Check your information for yourself. Don't believe what people say, and you know, be proactive. That's what I'm trying to say. All right, I'll talk to you guys later. Have a wonderful day. It's beautiful outside. Touch the grass. God bless. I gotta go in Sam's. Bye, guys.